Hi guys, welcome back to another video in my series on my SEO ride-along, where I'm sharing the journey of my software company from not super successful at SEO, because we didn't put a lot of effort into it, to ultimately achieving significant results. And we're going to be sharing everything along the way in a very transparent fashion. Over the last few days, I've been showing you why your content needs to appeal to what I call link creators in your industry. In other words, the authority websites that are in your industry, because they're the ones that have the power to share your content and, more importantly, to link to your content, which will have profoundly positive effects on your domain authority. In yesterday's video, I showed you how we're building a list of authority sites in our industry, and today I want to go a step further and show you how to determine the types of topics that these authority sites called link creators are most likely to want to link to. So when creating content, ideally you could create a piece of content that would appeal both to your target audience, target customers, as well as the link creators in your industry. However, if you can't create a piece of content that appeals to both, I recommend that you give preference to the link creators, because the link creators are the folks that have what you need most. And that's the valuable backlinks that will help your site to rank so much higher for all of the content that you produce. The key here, though, is to know, well, what topics are these folks interested in? And thankfully, there is a very specific process you can follow to uncover this. So once you've determined what topics they're going to be interested in, you're then going to create a piece or pieces of cornerstone content that these sites are going to want to link to and share. So these are not your typical little blog posts. These are definitely more epic, longer, more detailed pieces of content. So here's an example of that. I learned all of this from Brian Dean at Backlinks.com. Great authority on SEO, and I would encourage that you check out his blog. Here you can see he published a piece of cornerstone content titled Link Building Case Study: How I Increased My Search Traffic by 110% in 14 Days. There's three things that he did when he did this. Number one is he wrote a piece of content that would appeal to link creators, in this case, marketing bloggers. Second of all, it's based upon a link creator focused topic. SEO case studies. Marketing bloggers are very, very interested in SEO case studies. And third, it's built using a content framework called the trademark technique. Now, I'm not going to cover what that is in this video. I'm sure that if you go to backlinko.com and Google it, you will be able to find out all the information that you need. So now I want to share with you by showing my desktop, and that's not the right one. Here we go. How exactly we're doing this. So in our case, as I mentioned in the previous video, we made a link of the authority sites that are in the niche. And then what we did was we visited each one of those authority sites and we looked for topics that they have recently published, or ideally topics that have been shown as some of their most popular topics. And you can use SEO tools like SEMrush to actually uncover the most popular pages on a given website. So if you have a subscription to that tool, I would highly recommend that you use it. However, if you don't have that tool, one simple way is to simply visit the site and have a look at what they're writing about. And you're going to go through your entire list, and you're going to make a list of 2, 3, 4, 5 topics per website. And then you're going to look for commonalities in these topics. And once you find one topic that you can see is consistently appearing across the link creator sites, that's going to give you a high level of certainty that that's a topic that they're in fact interested in. So in addition to these videos, I'm also producing a series of blog posts called my SEO Ride Along. And in those blog posts, I'll be going into a lot of detail on the progress that we are making and the things that we are doing specifically to help Flowster.app get a lot more organic search traffic from doing exactly what I'm talking about in these videos. If you'd like a link to this series of blog posts, all you need to do is in the comments right below this video, just go ahead and type in the phrase SEO Ride Along, and that way my assistant will know to private message you with a link to the blog post. The other thing you could do, of course, is if you're watching this on LinkedIn, is just go ahead and follow me on LinkedIn, because I am going to be sharing more of these videos. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, would love it if you would click the subscribe button and click the bell, because that's a great way to make sure you get notifications of future videos. I would also greatly appreciate it because it's telling the the YouTube algorithm that ours is good content and it should be shared with others. So thank you very much for doing that. It's a really wonderful way of saying thank you. And then finally, a couple of more things. On November the 5th, which is just a couple of days from now, myself and SEMrush, we're going to hold a live stream webinar where you can interact directly with us and ask questions and so forth. And we're going to cover off some of the specific techniques that we are using to achieve quick wins in SEO. And so if you want to register for that, all you need to do is go to Flowster.app/SEO, and there'll be a registration page, and that way you can get notification of when the live stream starts. And if you have questions before then, please feel free to go ahead and put them in the comments right down below. So thank you very much for taking a few minutes to watch the video. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.